Welcome back to another video, gentlemen. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the power of your subconscious mind and why the words that you utter have a profound effect on the quality of the life that you live. Now, I'm going to be reading from Think and Grow Rich today, a book that I read a few years ago which had a profound impact on me. And on the section of the book where he discusses the subconscious mind, I was taking so many notes. I was underlining this page left, right and center, and I just want to read you a few lines from this chapter. So, the subconscious mind, the chemical laboratory in which all thought impulses are combined and made ready for translation into physical reality, so consider a factory, makes no distinction between constructive and destructive thought impulses. It works with the material that we feed it through our thought impulses. So basically what we think. The subconscious mind will translate into reality a thought driven by fear just as readily as it will translate into reality a thought driven by courage or faith. Oh, this is good stuff, man. This is so applicable into real life as well. If you start thinking, oh man, I'm broke, I'm struggling, you're gonna get more of that. If you think, oh man, no one likes me, oh, I'm socially awkward, you're gonna get continuous problems. What you're thinking about, you're going to continue getting. Okay? And then he has a beautiful, beautiful poem in this chapter, which is just wow. I mean, I love it. Absolutely love it. Listen to this poem. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but you think you can't, it is almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost. For out of the world we find, success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man. But soon or late, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. Oh, fucking hell, man. I need to open some windows in this place. Fucking hell. This is beautiful stuff. This is a reminder every man needs. You become what you think about. This is exceptional. Observe the words which have been emphasized, and you will catch the deep meaning which the poet had in mind. Somewhere in your makeup, perhaps in the cells of your brain, there lies sleeping the seed of achievement, which, if aroused and put into action, would carry you to heights such as you may have never hoped to attain. Just as a master musician may cause the most beautiful strains of music to pour forth from the strings of a violin, so may you arouse the genius which lies asleep in your brain, and cause it to drive you upward to whatever goal you may wish to achieve. Oh my days. This is exceptional. And gentlemen, you know, fucking hell, I'm genuinely, every time I read this, man, it hits me. It hits me because this is a lesson that I need constant reminding on. You become what you think about. And in this book, The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, this is exactly what Earl Nightingale talks about as well. And this may sound like a bunch of fluff or whatever, or motivational, rah-rah, whatever it is, but all this stuff is very important. You know? This is exactly what Earl Nightingale says in the book. He says, "Here is the key to success and the key to failure. We become what we think about." And by the way, Earl Nightingale has the best voice of any man to have ever lived. This man had such a buttery voice, man, it was deep. Anyways, he says, we become what we think about. Let me say that again. We become what we think about. Throughout history, the great wise men and teachers, philosophers and prophets have disagreed with one another on many different things. It is only on this one point that they are in complete and unanimous agreement. The key to success and the key to failure is this. Listen to what Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, said. A man's life is what his thoughts make of it. We become what we think about. Wow. Wow. Ralph Waldo Emerson said this: a man is what he thinks about all day long. William James said, the greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. And he said, we need only in cold blood act as if the thing in question were real, and it will become infallibly real by growing into such a connection with our life that it will become real. It will become so knit with habit and emotion that our interests in it will be those which characterize belief. Wow. Listen, this is probably one of the most important videos I'll ever make, because I get a lot of messages from people on TikTok, on Instagram, that tell me, man, I'm always stuck in a mental battle with myself. I'm always talking down to myself. And they don't know the dangers of doing that. It's dangerous. I mean, 7 years could go by and you still think of yourself as a piece of shit. You're still like, man, I don't like myself. Change the conversation, fellas. Stop talking down to yourself. Would you like it if someone came to you and said, you're socially anxious, you're a weirdo, you're broke, you're this? You wouldn't like it, would you? But you say that to yourself every fucking day. I'm weird, I'm this, no one likes me, I can't talk properly, I'm broke. If you wouldn't like someone else saying it to you, don't say it to yourself. The warrior within is weakened by your statements. I only say good things to myself. Do I have days where I'm down? Of course, but I never speak it out loud. I never say, oh man, Ali, you. Never. I am my biggest fan. I fully endorse me. I see people out there endorsing presidential candidates with so much passion, wearing the hats, but when it comes to their own life, they hate themselves. If you show the same level of enthusiasm as you do towards your favorite athlete and your favorite politician, where could your life be? If you put all that energy into yourself. You know? Look inwards. Have productive conversations with yourself. Yes, I know it sounds weird. What do you mean with yourself? Yes, with yourself. Ali, I mean, you are absolutely incredible. I mean, the way you speak, the way you conduct yourself, the way you dress, mashallah, of course, right? But I always say good things to myself, because if I won't say it, then who will? I can't sit there waiting for someone to come and believe in me. I need to believe in me. So when I look in the mirror every day, I'm like, man, you're smooth. Oh man, you've just got the sauce. Oh man. Because I need to hear that. You know? I need to hear that. And I feel better. And I've talked about this in a previous video. When you feel good, you do good. If you start saying a bunch of shit to yourself, you don't feel good. No wonder you don't want to get up, get out of bed and do the work. Because you've been fucking talking down to yourself all morning. Oh, I don't really, Stop the sob story. Look in the mirror and be like, man, this guy right here, oh, I can't tell you about this guy. Where do I begin with him? I mean, he's just, call it cringe if you want. Sometimes successful people do things which may appear as cringe to the rest of the world, but guess what? They're successful. They're in the top 3%, 1% for a reason. Success leaves clues. I never used to believe in affirmations a few years ago, and then I started to see that a lot of successful people believe in affirmations. What did I say? I said, isn't that interesting? Instead of saying, oh, that's cringe, I was like, wow, okay. Perhaps there's something for me to learn from these guys. I mean, they're driving the G63 Brabus. They're driving a new Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Interesting. SVJ, wow. And here I am trying to disagree with these guys. Who the fuck do I think I am? Success leaves clues. Napoleon Hill studied some of the most successful men in history. And he came up with that statement, with that chapter in his book. It's powerful. And even, listen, if you don't want to believe in Napoleon Hill, hey, try out yourself. Try saying good things to yourself and notice how much better you feel. You've got a different groove about you. You feel good, and when you feel good, you just do good, man. You just do better, flat out. People are going to start complimenting, oh man, you know, one thing I like about you is this. And then you're going to get more constructive feedback, and you're going to feel glorious. You're going to feel like a fucking emperor. What can I not do? And I'm not saying be delusional, But you can have a nice healthy ego. Yeah, you know what? I am good at this. I am good at making clothes. I am good at making content. I am good at producing whatever, music, whatever. I'm good at this. I believe in my own source. I've got the swagger about me. Listen, if other people think you're cocky, fuck them. They're just envious. Because your belief in yourself reminds them of their disbelief in themselves. Their lack of belief in themselves. That's why a lot of people get jealous of you. It's not because you're a great person and you're killing it. It's because they see a mirror when they see you. They can see themselves and what they could have become if they had the same courage that you did. Alright, well anyways, listen, that's a separate topic in itself. But change the words that you say. Speak constructively about yourself. Alright gentlemen, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.